When the sun shines high, Christmas lights are unneeded. In the darkness of winter, Christmas lights and Christmas joy are bright and loud and beautiful. And needed. It has always been this way. As easy as it may be to imagine the first Christmas through a sparkly and sentimental lens, with some Unitarian ministress plinking trite melodies on the piano's most annoying keys, to imagine a beloved young bride holding a fat-cheeked son as her gentle husband gazes on in adoration, the truth is nothing like a tidy stable set in a northern European snow globe. It is nothing like any nativity scene ever sold. The truth involves more struggle, more darkness, more oppression, more grief. The truth is a scandalous young woman sweating and groaning and straining while her older, angel-scolded husband plays clumsy midwife with hard, calloused, unclean, and splintered hands. The truth is a cave stable smelling of afterbirth and blood and manure. The truth is an exhausted virgin mother surviving her ordeal only to have her crude sanctuary invaded by coarse men from the fields, come to rouse her. Strangers smelling of sheep barging into her makeshift birthing room on the invitation of angels to gape at her blood, the gore of her battle, her baby. The truth is genocide, the slaughter of innocents, Egyptian exile, wandering wizards, and somehow, against all odds, joy, the joy that would change everything. As you hang your lights in these dark days, as you decorate your tree and wrap undeserved gifts for those you love, remember that what you do is rebellion. Rebellion against the darkness, against joyless despair, against the slaughter of innocents, the oppression of tyrants, and the folly of bureaucrats. That is what Christmas is, and what it always has been. Joy shines brightest in darkness, and the darkness is shattered. Joy always wins. In these darkening times, may your joy be an eruption. May your Christmas cheer burn unquenchably bright. May you be raucous and bold and overflowing in your giving, never sour in your embrace of abstract truths. For unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder, and his name shall be called. Merry Christmas from New St. Andrews College. This season, erupt.
I still want my Jamaican Christmas.
His mic's gone.
Hey, I want Jamaican Christmas.
We've been playing Handel's Messiah all Advent long. You would know that, though, right? Because you've been listening to all our shows. Right?
Oh, this is how it's starting off.
Right?
Y'all better pray for this show.
All right. How many wives at this table knew that we've been doing Handel's Messiah all month long?
Hey all, welcome to CrossPolitic. This is our annual Christmas wife show.
Yeah.
That apparently is the most watched show every year.
Yes, that's
This is the
Hey,
wife
guys,
show.
I have Christmas presents.
Oh my goodness.
This is for
We're
you.
doing this live.
Right here.
Hey,
Oh
whoa,
man.
whoa.
There's one for
Lafroig.
you. Yes.
Hallelujah.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
that's what I thought. Hallelujah. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
This is like chewing some wood. I like
I
this.
know.
That's so good.
It's like a pipe. You're smoking
Yeah.
a pipe
Yep.
in your mouth.
Yeah, and then your lungs.
you swallow
Yeah,
it.
they swallow the pipe.
Yeah, and then it's like, and then it's
Does
great.
this taste like swallowed pipe?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's amazing.
it's,
Yeah.
it's rich.
It's amazing. Yeah.
It's the,
Oh, yeah, and wait, that little packet that just fell out of your
I gotta eat that too?
yeah. No.
like Ezekiel.
You can you can actually, have you ever gotten a Lafroig before?
No.
Because you can actually buy a square foot of land in Scotland
I've heard about this.
Okay.
through Lafroig.
Yeah, okay.
And
That's
you
who
can
this
buy like
is.
3 or 4 square feet and then like plant a tree or something. I don't know.
I love that.
Yeah,
Does it make you a citizen if you own land?
I don't know.
Huh.
But
Because I'm
anyways.
just saying the way America's going right now, I want to back
you
up
might
plan.
want to have like a few square feet in Scotland.
For each kid. For each kid.
Just
That'll be an acre by the time I'm done.
just in case. Just in
Do you
case.
get a mule with it, or I mean, you know?
Don't we have to thank some
Yeah,
sponsors?
so I got it right here.
Oh, okay.
So for those who we've got a lot of new listeners over the last year. Every year we tend to get more and more listeners. We're very grateful for what God's done for us. So if you haven't ever listened to a wife show and you're new to this is our wife show. We generally have apple juice and drinks, and apparently this year we got edamames.
I don't know why.
Another snap piece.
Okay, fair enough.
Green beans.
But we also like to thank our annual corporate partners.
Okay.
And our annual corporate partners, if you guys are not aware, I mean, they do more than just what we say on the show. They do more than just the plugs. They're very supportive. They are corporate partners who are with us for the whole year, and they go above and beyond in different ways. Each corporate partner does something different in a different way. So if you want to become a corporate partner, please reach out to Garrison at fightlefties.com.
I mean, can I go add a pitch here too?
Yeah, please.
Right now, guilt and virtue is really important. So if you guys want to
Guilt
feed
and virtue.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. Real big.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's
kinda
currency right now.
ESG
Yeah.
scores and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh.
You can feed little black babies by becoming a corporate
Do
partner.
we have one of David Shannon's babies we can put him on the
So
screen?
I'm just saying.
With Sarah McLachlan music? Do we got Sarah McLachlan music? Q McLachlan?
If you just want to say that's what you do,
Yeah.
you can become a corporate partner. We won't mind.
Yeah.
That's good.
Sign on up.
And so, if you guys don't actually know all our corporate partners, I want to list them off here. All our corporate partners, starting with Accountable to You, Armored Republic, Classical Conversations, who's been with us since Jump.
Yep.
Since Jump.
First was there
First corporate partner. Yeah.
Classic Conversations.
Yep. And I called Robert Borton and said, hey, we're starting this new program called Corporate Partnership. It doesn't really do anything for you, but will you sign up?
And he didn't even flinch.
Yeah, he didn't even flinch.
He didn't even flinch. He's like, I'm in.
Yeah.
Yeah, really thoughtful.
Yeah.
Dime Payments. Dime Payments.
Yeah.
They're awesome.
It's great that I recognize all these names because I read the ads.
Yeah.
Every
You're like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, I've heard of those guys.
You want to start reading ad every time.
Armored Republic.
Every time I say their name, you're like going to ad mode.
Yeah. Accountable
like
to you.
Pavlov's
Accountable
dog.
to the number 2
Big.
you.com/FLF.
Gravity Jack. Gravity Jack's our
Oh, yeah,
newest.
that's the new one.
They're fantastic.
Jack.
New
Yeah.
St. Andrews.
Yeah, they're the ones that taught me about Web 3.
I feel like you're just going through these.
I'm speaking at their. They have a business conference at the end of January on Web3. I'm actually speaking on media.
Tell what Gravity Jack does.
Gravity Jack. So they deal with AR and VR programming.
Right.
So AR, augmented reality, VR, virtual reality, and they own all the patents too. I mean, they're like original gangsters in this field.
Like like in Amazon where if you want to see if a couch will fit in your room and you can push the button and show it to you. That's
their IP.
That's their technology.
Incredible.
They patent.
Incredible.
So-
I didn't know Amazon did that.
It's amazing. Accountable to You.
Yep.
Yep.
What do they do?
Oh, accountable to what?
It's like it's like accountable to
you.com.
.com/FLF.
So they're accountability software for pornography websites, stuff like
have them
that.
on all your phones, and then
Armored Republic, body armor. Right now, it's big Christmas sales going on. Armored Republic. I love the CEO, David Reese. Fantastic. Classical Conversations.
Yeah.
Is that all of them?
Christian education.
Homeschool curriculum. Knox wants me to go through
I want to know
and say what they do.
What they do.
What they do.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
And then
pithy.
Dime Payments, they're a Christian payment processing company. We use them. They're
Everybody
fantastic.
should be using them.
Everyone should be using them. Gravity Jack, AR, VR, New St. Andrews, which is probably about the only Christian college maybe you should consider in the U.S. right now. Just saying.
I like how you left yourself out there.
Red Balloon, redballoon.work.
Oh yeah, Red Balloon.
Yeah, Red Balloon.
By the way,
Partners.
Andrew Crappy has been down since day one. So another guy who's
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
A1.
He supported us before Red Balloon was around.
Yeah.
He used to give us free rent.
Yeah.
At every spot we basically been in.
for 3 years.
Yeah. It was incredible.
Yeah,
Been a blessing
That's for real.
And
That's
then real estate.
and-
Story real estate. Go ahead.
Red Balloon though is the website
thank you.
that's getting America back to work.
That's right.
Because it's not woke.
Yeah.
And it's like if you're tired of all the woke stuff in the workplace, you're tired of hiring woke workers.
I mean, imagine how much Red Balloon could have helped Elon Musk. I mean, Elon Musk would have hired 3/4 of their workforce. You know what I'm saying?
I can see Andrew Crappy walking in there with a paint gun shooting people. You're
Yep.
fired.
You're fired. Bam.
Pow, you're
Bam.
fired.
FBI. Bam.
Bam. Yeah. Anyways, redballoon.work.
Here's your severance.
And then Story Real Estate. they're our local real estate firm, but they also do a lot of stuff nationally, a lot of consulting. Chris and Natalie, the owners of Story Real Estate, they're fantastic.
Looking to move to Moscow? Hit up Story Real Estate.
Hit up Story Real Estate and tell them CrossPolitic sent you. So
absolutely,
those are our corporate partners. We hope to have 50 in the next couple of years. We want tons more corporate partners. We love them. They're a big support to us, and they're also a big network that we're building. We're working on a CEO inner circle this coming year. So all our CEOs and the corporate partner level can network with each other. We're probably going to be doing a reception with our CEOs and so forth in the coming year. Stuff we'll talk about at the business meeting tomorrow.
We just had a Christmas party, and he just told everybody he has no idea what we're doing this year. And then we get on the show, and he's like, "And I've got this great idea. We're going to have the CEOs."
But that came up a long time ago. I've been thinking about that for a while, so it doesn't really count. All right, so for the Christmas show, by the way, let's introduce our wives. That's always a good place to start in these shows, isn't it?
It is.
So my wife is Annie Wrench, and then
she took your last name, huh?
She's been married to me since 2005. Is it just funny me introducing you?
No.
Is that what it is? Did I tell you how hot you were tonight already?
Yeah. Did I tell you that?
Oh my God!
Whoa!
Yeah.
Whoa!
I just stared at her. Yeah. Anyways, we got married.
I don't know what's going on
in 2005, and we have. Why don't you tell me how many kids we have, and a little bit about us. Say something a little bit about us. How many kids? What we're doing?
Okay, we have 3 kids.
Okay.
Liv, Rita, and Cash.
How old are they?
12, 10, and 8.
Yep.
Cool. Which one's your favorite?
Well,
it depends.
I'm kidding.
Don't answer that, baby.
I know. I can't answer that.
We live on a little farm.
Yeah, we live on a farm. Yeah.
We call it a farm, a little ranch. It's 10 acres. But apparently, that's where animals come to die, really.
I was going to say, have any horses died recently?
Yeah, we've had 2 in the last week and a half.
We've had some
It's incredible. But what's hilarious is we all right, the segue was a little weird, I grant you. The segue is a little off on that one. But what's all right? But the silver lining is in all this. Is that segue not even better?
I don't know what he's going to say.
Not better.
We don't know.
No, I don't know.
So what?
What is it? What's
All right. So when you live on a little, boutique ranch, you get animals. Animals come and go. They die. Whatever. So we bought 2 sheep. And
but what's hilarious?
Yeah, what's hilarious? I'm going to get there. The punchline's taking a minute. Okay, I grant you that. And we bought 2 sheep. One of them died. Hey, guess what? One of them died.
Yeah. That's hilarious.
And then our other horse, who's got diabetes, basically, we have to put him in the bad pen where there's no grass, so he can't gorge himself and overeat. And so we gave him the other sheep.
Not to eat.
Okay,
that's it. I can't believe.
Can I just say right now, you would definitely not be the one I would choose to run the ark.
Run the ark?
Yeah.
Hey, let's put the lion with the sheep together.
The sheep is his friend.
And so the sheep is his friend. And so now the sheep follows our horse named Fudge, the diabetic one. His horse name's Fudge. And so the sheep's name is Chuck. So Fudge and Chuck just follow each other around the property, and it's the funniest thing. And then my 8-year-old son, he's like the little man shepherd, because the sheep follows him because he feeds them every day.
Yeah.
So my son comes and feeds the sheep. The sheep comes and my son comes. The sheep hates me, won't touch me, runs away. But when my son comes, he comes and follows my son everywhere. So Chuck and Fudge follow each other. And then when my little man shepherd comes out and he feeds them, the sheep comes and goes where my son tells them to go. It's incredible.
Wow.
It's incredible. There you go.
Wow, that's amazing.
There you go. Great story.
I think that's the show. That's it. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, everybody.
This is how the show sometimes goes.
Well, Annie, thank you for being here.
You're welcome.
Thank you for keeping Gabe alive.
And
yes.
There is a mansion for you in heaven, the size we know not of yet. But you are a blessed.
It's getting bigger every day.
Every day.
Pastor Toby, why don't you introduce your lovely wife for us before Gabe grabs the mic again?
Yeah, right. Well, this is Jenny. We met in high school when we were both 14 years old.
That's right.
And I thought she was really cute right away. and I think she knew that, and then she just let me she just kind of let it.
He's 14.
She didn't give me any hints or any indications, and anyways. But
playing hard to get.
Eventually,
That's good. Way to go, Jenny.
Convinced her to marry. We got married in 2000, so we just celebrated 22 years this year.
Wow.
Which is also, by the way, really helpful for remembering how long you've been married. You got married in 2000.
That's the way to go.
You just need to know what year it is.
Yeah.
And no fancy math involved at all. So I'm really grateful for her. We have 4 children: River, Felicity, Tovia, and Ezekiel. 18, 16, 14, 11, and so we don't have any animals that have diabetes.
Man.
Anything died on your land lately?
No. We have 2 golden retrievers.
Okay.
And 2 cats. We did have a 3rd cat, and the 3rd cat, we don't know where he is.
The golden retriever knows.
Oh, yeah.
or the coyotes know.
Yeah.
But we don't know.
Yeah. We've had coyotes eat probably 3 or 4 chickens in the last couple of weeks. Yeah.
So we hear.
It's like
He's got this.
It's like farm of death.
it's like Pulp Fiction at our farm right now.
Don't take your animals to the wrenches.
No.
house.
Barely taking my kids over there.
Brutal.
Oh, it's not safe.
Yeah. So there you go.
Awesome. Well, Mrs. Sumter, thank you for being here
Yes,
again.
thank you.
Was it like the 6th time, 7th time, something like that? 6th time. Okay.
Yeah.
And then my wife Shannon, I've known her since I was 9 or 10. Met in Sunday school.
Yeah.
And she walked in and I said, "Hey, Miss Pretty," and she almost pummeled me.
Oh, that's right.
But I was a little kid, and she's like, "I ain't gonna beat him yet," And we have 7 kids. Our oldest is 15. She'll be 16 next year.
Wow.
And so that's how I keep track of our marriage is like we're 2 years ahead of her. Right. So if she's 15, we're at 17. If she's 16, we're at 18.
I'm glad the math works out that way, not the other way, where you're 2 years behind.
Yeah.
Thanks, Gabe. Thanks.
Hey, man, God uses stuff like that. I don't know what you're talking about. And so we've been married for 17, going on 18 years in March.
Yeah. 05, right?
Yep.
So we're going on 18 in March too, because we're 05. Yeah.
Good. So today, usually when we do a wives show, our wives hate this show. I'm just going to be very straight up. You guys hate this show. It doesn't matter how we try and plan the show. It's usually like, you know what?
I don't want to do it. They're like, I don't want to do it.
We tried to have like a dinner type environment. It's like, we don't want to eat on the show.
Yep.
We tried to do one where we do a normal show and have you guys comment on the show. You guys didn't like that one.
Yeah.
Either.
No.
You guys haven't liked any show that we've done with the wives show.
I think this has something to do with the microphones and the lights and the cameras.
Is that what it is?
I think if we took all that away, it'd be fine.
I don't think so.
No, but
You think so? I think it's supposed to record it.
yeah, well, that too. That's what I meant.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, you said that. Well, we try to do something a little different this year. We're going to, we do 50 questions on the show, but we're not going to play all the music and stuff. We have questions in a bowl that our crew and with us have put together, which is roughly about, what was it, Haley, 40 questions?
40 questions.
Something like that? 35 questions. And we're going to randomly pass the bowl around and let you guys pick your own doom. I mean, your own question that you have to answer. You only get one pass. You only get one pass.
Oh,
but the pass is you got to choose which person you want to answer the question.
Yep. So you pick and you have to answer.
Or you have to choose which person you want to answer the question.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Like outside
You
of
get
our
one.
We'll start with you, baby.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
We'll start with you.
Okay.
Okay. I mixed it up
So,
pretty
Mrs.
good.
Wrench, you get
Oh,
first.
nice. Fantastic.
Okay, what's the question?
This is great. This is really.
We just already talked about this,
Really
actually.
healthy.
You guys are going to love this show.
Who is your favorite child and why?
I thought that was a joke.
Whoa.
That was for real.
Okay, listen, I'm not going to waste my pass on this. Listen. You're not supposed to have a favorite child. Number one.
That's right.
What Bible verse is that?
Unless you have, I just feel that it's understood.
It was obvious
Saith the Psalms.
with Joseph.
I'm just saying.
It just didn't work out very well.
I'm going to fudge it a little bit because I have 3 kids and I'm not allowed to have a favorite kid. But okay, listen. If I got stuck in a big city or in a
is true.
street fight,
This is true.
Okay.
I would choose my oldest daughter.
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah.
she doesn't
In a
mess around.
street fight?
You want her.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's 12, right?
Yeah,
She's
she's 12.
12, but you want her.
Or the wilderness.
Okay, she's good in a crisis. She doesn't mess around.
She's
not
survivalist.
super emotional.
Total survivalist.
She's who you want. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you want someone to take care of you when you're old, that's Vita. That's my
Yeah.
middle child.
Yep.
Okay,
That's true.
She's the nice
That's true.
one, okay.
Make sure you talk to Mike.
Like by far the nicest one.
Yep.
So she's who I choose
Yeah.
to take care of me when I'm older,
Yeah.
or
So good.
any sort of situation like that.
All our kids agree with this, by the way.
They do. They know this is true.
These are their gifts.
We've talked through this.
It's like their superpowers.
And lastly, if I need a lawyer because I've committed a crime,
Yeah.
it's my son. It's my
Cash.
youngest who I want.
Yep.
Okay, because
That's
he
gonna
can
get you off.
No, he will not let you off. He will
can
ask you.
argue
Yep.
anything, and
Yep.
and he's who I want. So
There you go.
That's actually a
They're all
good
good.
answer.
they're all
Well
my
played.
favorite in
Yeah.
a different way.
Yeah,
and
that
that's all
master
I'm gonna
of
say
different
about
crafts.
That. That's
Yeah,
right.
I like
That's
that.
right. Yeah.
Gabe, the bowl is in front of you, sir.
Okay.
You may draw.
I drew, and I drew probably
Did you pick
the best one.
Were you cheating?
I just drew it off top.
Are you sure?
Okay. I just drew it off top. I can put it back if you
Did
guys want me
you?
to, but I
Read
drew it
the
off
question.
Just read.
top. Oh, this is glorious. Kiss your spouse.
It's not even a
What's up?
question.
What's
wanted
up? Not
that
even a
one.
question. It's an
Not
action.
fair.
I wanted
Kiss
that one.
your
Yep.
spouse.
Yep.
Yeah, that was too
I didn't even need to pass it to her.
Haley, did you put a few of those in there?
More than
there's
one.
more than one.
More than one.
All right, babe. I'll give you the honor first. Here you go.
He said honor.
There you go.
For real?
All right, what is this one?
What should CrossPolitic do better next year?
Oh, I'm intrigued.
I want to hear that from you, please.
Oh my goodness.
I know.
Because you're like, I want to hear that from both you girls.
You could give it to her.
You could give it to her.
Oh, she
Give it to
passed.
But I want to hear from Sharon still.
That's your
She doesn't
pass.
want
I think she'd agree with me. I think we need to bring our kids to the Ark Encounter.
Oh,
Bring the
Bravo.
kids.
that was live on air too.
Well played.
Yeah.
Well played.
We're gonna be.
The goal is we're going to be at the Ark Encounter.
Oh no, they know. They know.
No, it's
No,
fine.
that's good. That was good. We're going to be at the Ark Encounter. We've already talked about it on the show. It's okay. October 12th, 13th, and 14th.
Yeah.
And
For Fight Laugh Feast.
for the Fight Laugh Feast conference,
Politics of 6-day creation.
we can handle max 2,000 people.
Right.
Max.
This is like a family experience.
A huge experience. You'll get tickets to you'll have a chance to buy discounted tickets to the Ark
And the
experience and
Creation.
the Creation Museum.
Yep.
So good.
It's just an amazing experience. The goal is to bring our whole families next year to that conference. So actually our kids will be there. There's a outdoor park on
We're
the
going to
whole.
have to borrow Benny Hinn's jet to get our kids and whole families
Yeah,
there.
well, we know Costi, so maybe we can get a hook up there.
Is he back in our good graces again? Let's see. All right, let me draw here. All right,
that's good.
Pass this over to you, Pastor.
Good, Jenny. Thanks.
I kind of stole yours. I mean, I don't.
Oh,
Really good.
oh, what advice would you give yourself 10 years ago?
Ooh.
10 years.
So where were you in 2012?
I was working at American Vision.
Uncle Gary.
Yeah, 2012. Working at American Vision. I just left Wretched TV. I probably would have told myself, move to Moscow sooner.
Ooh. I tried.
Because there was,
I tried.
Did you?
Did.
He actually did.
did.
Gabe called me.
Explain this to me. I don't remember this.
Yeah, so Gabe was working at MZ. I don't know how he got. How'd you get my number?
I don't know how I got it.
Gabe must have looked me up on Twitter or something and found
Gabe
me.
has like everybody's number.
I had just been at American Vision for just a little bit, maybe 6 months or something like that. Gabe called me up and said, "Hey, what do you think about moving out to Moscow?" And I looked at the numbers and I'm like, "Yeah, y'all don't pay enough for me to move out to Moscow." But that actually
So
was
to work at MZ or
to work at
'cause
MZ.
I was director of business development, and I needed more sales guys. And,
Trying to get
I
guys
was trying to get on.
So I probably would have told myself to move to Moscow a lot sooner because
Did you know who he was? Did you know that he worked for Wretched and all that kind
I
of
did
stuff?
not.
No.
I did not.
Oh,
I knew you from Twitter, and I knew you from being in our circles on Twitter. I knew you
I
had
was
friendship with Darren.
That was I really wasn't though. I mean, I was very thin in it.
I didn't know. I mean, I didn't know how deep you were into it at all.
Yeah.
I just knew you liked us.
'Cause I don't think I could tell if I had to talk to myself 10 years ago. I don't think I would get it.
Yeah.
The things that I would say to myself, I would have to take myself out of an environment, put myself in a different environment, and then communicate those things.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what happened 9 years. So I got here a year after Gabe tried to get me here, 2013, 2014, the end of that era. So, but it took being here for me to see and taste before I could ever imagine the things I needed to tell myself. So I would say move to Moscow
Sooner.
is sooner.
Yeah.
Move to Moscow a lot sooner.
All right.
That's what I would tell myself.
Okay.
All right. Pastor Toby, you got it.
All right, here we go.
I kind of stole Sharon, so
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You still get to. You still got to draw.
I got a good feeling about this one.
Okay.
All right. You get $1 million. There's only one of those.
Yes!
Oh, no. What did he
these were
do?
jokes.
What is the biggest animal you think you could kill with your bare hands?
Oh, man.
Do tell.
I mean, I can see you choking out an elephant.
Man,
You know?
No, that's too big.
Just ugh.
man,
Look at him in the eye.
that's why Gabe's one of my deacons. He believes in me. I just really love that about Gabe. It's like, you can do it. You can do it.
Choke him out, Toby. I'm standing over here. Choke him out.
Don't forget, also, that'll get you killed. The game will get you killed.
Yeah.
But he's been doing it for the last 7 years with us.
It's just a matter of time. Keep playing Russian roulette.
Yeah. Biggest animal you think you could kill with your bare hands? Oh, man, I like this question. I haven't spent enough time thinking about this.
Okay, I'm going to add something too. If you were full of the Holy Spirit.
Lion.
There we go.
Lion.
Line. Bare hands.
Just like Samson.
It's been done.
Yeah,
It's been done.
Just like Samson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, Jenny.
Oh, look at
I
that.
don't want to kill any animals. I don't want this. Yes! A more serious one.
No, what is it?
You can
I
pass
it
if
to
you want.
Gabe?
Oh.
You can.
What,
You
okay,
can
what's,
pass it to
what's
Gabe.
the
You can
what's the
and
question?
you should.
Well, what is a woman?
Oh, what is a woman?
Oh, jeez.
Jenny, this is an easy one for you. You're a woman.
I got this.
Oh, Sharon wants to
Sharon.
Oh, okay. All right.
You guys
All
can
right.
trade.
What is a woman?
Say it a little loud for people in the back. A woman. She's the crown jewel of God's creation. We see her first presented in Genesis, and we see where God lays Adam out and pulls this creation from his side, a help meet for him. And there she is, a life giver. And we are life givers till this day, even if we don't produce children from the womb. We are still life givers, and we are nurturers, and we beautify everything around us with our words, with our touch, with just the essential things that God has put in us. And that is what a woman is.
Oh.
Good answer.
In with the end. That's good.
I'll take
Oh,
it.
come on. No organ for her?
No, how about this? I'll just say dripology. How about that? All right. That's good, babe.
Yeah, that's really
Yeah.
cool.
Well
That
done.
was real good.
Well done. Keep the ball
who's
going.
next?
Okay, here we go.
Back over to the wrenches. To the wrenches.
All
There you go, baby.
Here we go. What is the best thing about being married?
Ooh, that's a
best.
great question.
You're going to need
for you,
some
baby.
time. I'll let you have as much time as you need.
That's hard. Best. I mean, there's a lot of great things about being married. What is the best thing?
Gabriel, you can just say it. My name. Just my name. just say it.
Just say it. Well, I mean, that's kind of true. I mean, it is kind of true. I mean, it is true. I think, well, there's lots of right answers to this, but I think one of the best things about being married
He's
is
looking at all
Hey, Gabe, what are you doing?
I'm getting the question I really want.
Stop it!
That's cheating.
he's just cheating right in front of us, right in front of the camera.
What are you doing?
I can't believe what I was about to say.
You are so used to dealing with fourth graders.
Fourth grade teacher. She's
I
like,
can't believe it.
cheating.
No,
You're going to
no.
the principal's office.
No, this is actually this. You stop it.
No,
okay,
no.
listen.
This is not a question.
This right here is exactly
find
what I
another
was going to say. He does stuff like this all the time. Okay, all the time.
Is that the best thing about being married?
No, the best thing though is that he does all the really good, really important stuff really, really well. And me being married to him, he has caused me to be closer to the Lord, to take my walk with the Lord more seriously. He's been a wonderful example to me, and he has just really raised the bar for me and for us together and for our family. So I think that's the best
I think that's the best thing.
That's good.
As much
That's
as you
good,
can
baby.
be a goober.
You answered it better than I could have.
Even though he still cheats.
Even though he's a cheater. In front of everyone. That's my answer.
I'll also say, Annie has the gift of probably being single. She really does.
What?
She.
What does that even mean?
We're going to have to go to...
What's wrong with you people?
I know.
For real.
No,
What's
I don't.
wrong with you people?
Actually, I didn't mean that in a negative way. My wife.
I know what he meant.
You know about it.
Neil's like, I understand.
My wife is a very capable woman, very confident, capable woman, and sometimes I just break the internet in the house so I can fix something for her. So I can do something for her.
That's not true. I can't do computers.
No, you can't.
I do need it.
That's why he breaks the
No, I
internet.
know.
He's like,
Yeah.
don't worry, honey, I got it.
I'll break it.
But like for example, Annie goes, on a road trip with a friend or something, and she's gone for a day and a half, and I'm like, I hate this. I hate it. I'm gone for like 4 days. I come back and she's like, it was great. I'm glad you're back. I'm glad you're back. But she was like, it was like not that big a deal that I was gone. I'm like, you didn't really, I mean, she's just,
No, and Knox and I can totally verify this.
Yeah.
We're witnesses. Like after about a day and a half, he starts twitching.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. And by day 3.
It's day 3.
Yeah, it's day 3.
Gabe at day 3.
He's real bad.
Yeah.
I finally got in one fight with David on a road trip one time.
Yeah. Because it was day 3.
Because he
No,
wouldn't
take a
check a
bag.
bag, and I got mad. I was like, check a bag. No, he wanted to check the bag, and I was like, I ain't paying for that.
I'm sorry, David.
I asked for his forgiveness. I apologize.
I had to ask for forgiveness because I had already pictured beating you in the head with the thing that I should have checked. So I'm the one to ask for forgiveness. I had already planned your demise in my head and my heart. So
Just,
it's
for,
not you, it was
just
me.
for the record, I wasn't there.
No,
It
you
was
weren't.
over a check bag. Pretty funny. Okay.
There's no pastor around.
No, they didn't have a pastor around.
Okay. All right. So the first one's not really a question, and that's why I got two. here.
Wait, what?
Our producer single, please email a wife resume and testimony to contact@fightlaughfeast.com. So that's more of an announcement.
Yeah.
For
Do we need to put a picture of our producer up there?
Neil?
Yeah, our producer Neil. He's 20, going on 29, right?
Yeah.
He's about 5'11".
Yeah, he's pretty-
he's about 185, maybe 190.
And he's pretty ripped.
Yeah.
He can shoot his behind off.
He knows
great
how to
with
shoot a gun.
Oh, yeah. We all go to him to ask him about guns.
and what ammo's for sale and all
He
that
can
stuff.
protect probably about 12 kids if you wanted to have
Yeah.
them. He can protect
Yeah.
about 12.
Maybe
That's true.
13. Maybe 13.
Yeah,
Maybe 13.
that's
That's
true.
very possible.
That's true. Baker's dozen.
And he's well loved by children.
He's well loved by children.
Yes.
No, all of my kids
And,
say Neil's the best one here.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Favorite person to talk to in the office.
Shoot, what were you like? Dude, perfect stuff with Zeke tonight.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. See, that's
So he's great with
Behind
everybody's
that.
kids.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Anyways, you should definitely
Contact at
send
fightlaughfeast.com.
your testimony and your resume to contact at fightlaughfeast.com.
And your dad's phone
Or
number.
your dad's number.
Yeah, there we go.
that'd be
We got
great.
it. All right. So here's my real question. This is randomly selected, so I didn't cheat.
This is just real one.
No one believes you.
Yeah.
He's on his third one.
No,
It's like a 20.
No, this is my
I
real
dug
one.
through the bowl.
I think
read
everyone
all of
needs
them.
to answer this one. Okay.
Everyone needs to-
needs. What is the correct order of Christmas? I want to start with actually Pastor here because this
Correct
is
order of Christmas.
Yeah, what's the correct
morning.
like Christmas morning? All right, so and this
So first of all-
this Sunday is a unique Christmas because it's on Sunday because we all go to church on Sunday. So what's the correct order?
Yeah.
Been
Given
debated
this
in
Sunday
our
that's
house.
coming up.
Yeah. Well, okay, but the correct order.
Yeah, I mean, like
First of
if
all-
you don't follow this, you're in sin,
no,
kind of
you're
thing,
total-
right? Yeah, totally in sin.
heretics.
Yeah.
Heretics.
Elders need to bring you up on charges. Everything. Yeah.
They do things like open presents on Christmas Eve.
Oh,
That's heresy.
What about like one present?
I grew up doing that.
You can only do Christmas jammies on
Okay.
Christmas Eve.
Okay,
That's it.
we do that. We do
If
that.
you do Christmas jammies on
do that.
Christmas Eve, that's totally understandable.
And then we give each kid a shot of mudslide and they go to bed.
Oh,
yeah,
mudslide.
they sleep in more. We don't really.
She has found the answer.
Okay, so
Anything for
Okay, so first thing you do Christmas morning. Now, I don't care about the time. You guys figure out the time. Every family's got to figure out time. I'm not a legalist or anything.
Okay.
Okay?
Right.
But once everybody's awake, stockings are first.
Oh, you guys do stockings
Open
first.
the stockings first.
Wow.
Okay.
That's first.
Wow.
Open the stockings.
Okay.
And if you want, sometimes when I was a kid, my parents would actually let us do stockings before they woke up, and that was to kind of like keep us busy
So
for
they
a
can
little
sleep
while.
in a little
Sleep
longer.
bit longer. So if
Yeah.
you want to do that, that's totally
good.
cool too.
That's good.
Okay.
That's a nice trick.
Stockings, yeah. And then presents. And and usually, just kind of, at least for the first few rounds, you kind of go around and let everybody open one and enjoy it together.
Yep.
And if at some point, you just decide to be done with it and just
right,
everybody
free for all.
just go for it,
Go.
that's fine. That's
Yeah.
good. But basically that's the important parts right
Okay.
there. And then, of course, if it's Sunday, you go to church
Yeah.
after you open up all the presents.
Oh, wait, time out.
That's what Jesus would do.
That's what Jesus would do.
That's what Jesus would do.
Yeah.
Hold on, wait. So you saying you open Christmas presents before you go to church?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because Jesus was born before church.
Before church started.
Before the shepherds came and had church.
That's true. And gave presents. Oh, that's against you, though.
Magi.
That's against you.
No, because
the Magi's against
came
it.
like 2 years later.
That's true. But that so you should wait 2 years then.
No. The shepherds came and worshipped him, it says.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That was after Jesus was born, after the present was opened.
That's good. Okay.
In the
All right.
stable and laid in the manger.
Just like that.
Just like that. That's the correct answer.
But that's all. So when the Magi brought gold, frankincense, and myrrh is 2 years later. But you remember the sacrifice that they had to offer up. Mary and Joseph had to offer up for Jesus. After having a male, there's a certain sacrifice. They offered up the poor version of the sacrifice.
So is that like the stocking stuffers? That's why you open them first?
The bird.
Yeah.
Because it's okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's it. You started to get Jim Jordan there, right there.
Okay,
That was a little too much
maybe.
Jim Jordan.
I was just happy that we was celebrating Christmas. I was thought we was doing good. Hey.
Okay, Docs, what's your perfect Christmas? I mean, like the correct way to celebrate Christmas.
Here your gifts.
That's it. Here you go.
Do you have stockings?
Yeah, we got stockings.
Okay, I just want to know if you do
but
stockings.
enjoy.
Just-
and then this is like random with the camera. Joy. It's like a fireworks show.
All at the same time?
Huh? Oh, and then we do breakfast.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And breakfast is like the highlight. It's like, we go crazy for breakfast. It's a spread for
Yep.
breakfast.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Yeah, we do
no
the jammer gift on Saturday night, and
Why does the order matter?
why?
Yeah.
It gives
Well, because some families, they do presents first and then the stockings.
That's what we do. That's what we do.
That's like, it's like Trinitarian heresy.
Where the stocking? Okay.
It just depends on what your philosophy of stockings are. If it's like your stockings growing up,
Yeah. So
it's like toothpaste and,
right.
but if it was stockings for my sisters and I, it was the jewelry and the fun. You save the best for last.
so the stockings are the highlight.
I saved her from that. I saved her from that.
I remember,
Out of that cult.
what was the best? Out of that
became a
cult.
Christian.
Out of that cult. That's rich. I remember my mom. She would our stockings. I remember almost every year she would give me a big thing of Brute cologne.
Yeah.
I'm like Brute cologne.
She was trying to tell you something.
Yeah, she's like, you stanky boy. You need Brute every year.
Put it on.
Get rid of that stank, okay?
So what do you guys do?
We do jammers on Saturday
Christmas
night,
Eve.
Christmas Eve. And then I got mudslide this year. Give kids a little bit of mudslide, which is just a little delicious
That's new.
chocolate
It's a new
liquor-y
thing.
goodness is good. And then Sunday morning we'll wake up. We order a lady in our church makes cinnamon rolls, and you can order them, and then you just put them in the oven. So she makes them. She gives you the icing and everything, and they're nice and fluffy and delicious. And so we'll put those in the oven. I'll make some eggs or quiche or something the day before, or maybe that morning, and then we'll have and while that's going on, we'll maybe open a couple presents and everything, and then the food will kind of integrate with the presents as they open, because Annie, you don't have to eat breakfast like you used to. Like you used to get up. She used to get up and be like, "Give me my eggs now." I cannot. It's true. It's true.
Yeah.
And she used to not be able to go for like 30 minutes without her coffee or eggs, but now like sanctification or something happened. I don't know what happened.
No, I don't know.
Yeah, I know. She don't eat her eggs like she used to. So anyways,
Wow.
Food will integrate as we open presents. And then when our kids were younger, they each had a 6 foot tall stocking.
6 foot.
Massive. Or no, not 6 foot. It's probably like 4 foot.
They're really big.
They were huge. I mean,
they're very big.
What did you put in those things?
Oh man, they were expensive to fill up. That's why we had to cut that tradition. But when they were younger, you put cheap toys in there and all that stuff.
Like filled with the dollar store stuff,
But
about $3.
I mean, it was like 4 foot of stocking, and they were wide.
That's amazing.
But now we do regular
the small stockings
for everybody.
yeah.
But I still do one big one.
Okay.
And I just fill it with like Pringles and Pop-Tarts.
You could probably fit a gun in one of those.
Cereal. Yeah,
Oh,
but
you
I
talk
just
100%.
stuff it with like that kind of stuff.
Hear me, Neil?
They love the big stocking. Yeah.
Bill likes that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they love the big stocking.
All right, go
Yeah,
ahead,
baby.
Shannon's.
Oh dear. What do you think the most significant battle in evangelicalism is today?
It's another serious one.
Oh, jeez.
Anybody? Anybody?
I don't know.
Knox?
I can jump on that one. I think
Should you go to church if
Oh, it's
Christmas
Christmas.
is on Sunday? That's the
That was happening.
biggest-
That was happening.
look, if you're having that fight, you in trouble. But I think egalitarianism is the biggest challenge in evangelicalism today. I think the order of authorities between husbands and wives, children and parents to children, slave to masters. I think egalitarianism has opened up the door for communism and every other problem, critical race theory that we're facing today. I think when you look at how much people should be paid per hour, minimum wage laws, I think that's all egalitarianism. All of it is.
Okay.
And what I mean by that is when you don't have rightly ordered structures that God has put in place between a man and a woman, husband and wife, then everything, you get a flat tire on one side of your vehicle, goes kittywampus, right? And egalitarianism is the destroying of order, created order in all of it. It's it's everything.
I just got one question there.
Yeah.
Is it kittywampus or cattywampus?
Yes. And so
I was kind of wondering the same thing.
Yeah.
if this
Kitty,
is,
because like kitties don't go wampus.
But caddies do.
That's right.
that straining the nap part, that might be the biggest thing in
Poor
evangelicalism.
Knox, he was trying to say something serious.
He's making a good
But
point.
I think if we can get, and this is, we end the show every day with, if you're single, get married. If you're married, have kids. If you have kids, go baptize them. What we're trying to push towards is the created order of things
That's right.
is the way that we solve the problem. The only reason I've been going back, doing some research on communism plays off of the broken establishment of families. When those orders are broken, when those loves and passions are misplaced, it opens the door for somebody to say, I can fix that with this.
Right.
And it reshapes this. The reason that this is broken is because it's not built around egalitarianism, right? And it's really it's kind of a destroying of the Trinity, right? You have ontological realities, what the substance is, versus the way that they operate in the economic realities. And that's a beautiful thing. Christ submits to the Father, right? The Spirit comes from the Father and the Son. Those things haven't changed what they are ontologically. That's the reality of them. And so there isn't any dissatisfaction with their position in their economic realities, right? But when we hear things like superior or inferior, everybody's like, whoa. Even when I just said that, everybody's mind went like, well, they put a caveat to superior.
Yeah.
And because they think being superior is bad. That's egalitarianism. It's cooked inside of us so much that when we hear superior or inferior, we're thinking those have to be bad categories.
I think the thing too that people don't understand is that if we don't receiving God's ordering of the universe is freedom. Like that's where
right.
freedom is receiving what God's made you to be and rejoicing in it. But if you don't receive that, then and you're trying to press for this egalitarianism, everything is equal, everything equal, and no difference at all. Well, of course, you still have to have an ordering to get anything done.
That's right.
And but
it replaces
but what that means then is that someone's volunteering to be the ordering person, the ordering principle, which we call God.
There you go.
But it's not the true God. The triune God has ordered the world.
Yeah.
He's ordered it with this actual structures in place. And when we receive that, we have the freedom to be what he's made us to be. But if you reject that, then you're setting yourself up for being manipulated, being abused, being ruled over with harshness by someone else who's basically trying out for God's job.
It's really hit me hard the last couple months of how important fathers are. I mean, we talk about it a lot, but a father doing his job, first loving his wife, and then operating properly to his kids in the position that he has. He orders the world for them and helps them see the world. He gives them a biblical cosmology about a father so that when they go out and work and they have a superior, they look at their superior as someone who thinks about them in the relationship in some way as their father. And so they think that superior is thinking about the best for them, is thinking about their soul even, and is thinking about their work ethic and thinking about how to reward them. And so then as an inferior, they're saying, how do I, like a son or like a child, then model that type of relationship? I think about what's going to be good for this company and my boss, and how do I organize my world around this in the same way I would.
It also teaches them to identify imposters.
Right.
Because it's like, because of the relationship that a child or a son has with their father, they recognize like you're an abuser.
Right.
Yeah. You're a tyrant.
Yes. Yeah. That's right.
And it allows them to both still honor the office.
That's
while
right.
at the same time thinking about it clearly and saying, this guy's...
And rejecting the individual who's holding that office falsely.
Exactly.
Yep. So
way to go, Knox.
Egalitarianism.
That's good.
Do I get to draw? Is it me draw?
Yep.
Okay.
Sharon drew. That was your
I mean, Gabe drew 3, so you can draw as many as you want.
He did all of them.
I'm cool with that.
My question is, what do you miss about the lockdowns? What do you miss about the lockdowns? I'm going to pass this off to Sharon. Here you go.
What do you miss?
What do you miss about the lockdowns?
I miss being told which way to walk in grocery aisles.
With the arrows on the floor.
I don't know which way to go in the grocery store anymore. Whatever will come of me.
I don't think you really missed that, Sharon.
That's funny.
I don't think that's true.
I miss everybody's attention to what was going on. I think people were a little more alert about the lockdown.
I think we're getting lazy again real quick.
I think so.
Yep.
I do miss people's attention.
Oh, good one.
The kissing one.
It says, kiss your wife.
That's not in there. Toby.
There was only one in there.
Toby's
There's only one in there.
You wouldn't tell me.
Oh, sorry, I'll pick a different one.
I mean, you think you're making fun of me, but you ain't.
Kiss her again. Well, this is a Merry Christmas. Let's see what else is in there. All right. Why or why not would you leave Moscow? What kind of question is this? Who wrote this? Neil?
Neil!
We blame Neil for all the questions.
Don't send a resume or your testimony or your dad's phone number.
We're going to need another producer after this.
Neil.
Are you picking another one or are you going to take that question?
I don't know.
I know why you would leave Moscow.
I would leave Moscow because
God made you.
led me to
God made
leave
me.
Moscow.
Yeah.
I've left Moscow before.
Yeah, you have.
I actually did. In 2006, we moved to South Carolina for 2 years.
Yep.
I went to seminary. I pastored a church in Greenville, South Carolina.
Yeah.
And we left not knowing if we were going to come back.
Yeah.
I mean, we loved it here. We had family here. We had put some roots down here, but we didn't have any guarantee of coming back. And I think I told Jenny that my general hope was that God would somehow bring us back to the Northwest. Like if we could end up back in the Northwest within sort of driving distance of Moscow, I would be really grateful.
Yeah.
And pretty quickly after we landed in South Carolina, I mean, I didn't have a long-term commitment there, but I knew pretty quickly, like, this is not home for me.
Yeah.
I loved the people there.
You didn't like that vinegar style of barbecue, kind of thing.
You know what?
Wasn't you?
No, but the grits was great.
Yeah.
They had great grits.
We learned about grits.
I never had good grits, shrimp and grits.
Yeah.
And a breakfast grits.
Thank you, Jesus.
I never had that before until I went to Greenville. So we brought that back with us.
Okay.
And both of our daughters were born there.
Southern Bells.
So we got our Southern Bells.
Yeah.
I actually buried a daughter in Greenville.
In Greenville.
Yeah.
Wow.
I didn't know. I thought that was here, but that's in Greenville.
Yeah, it's Greenville.
My third daughter was a twin, and her twin died, and so we buried her down there. So I got roots actually in the South.
Wow.
Now, God was like, sorry, you're getting roots here anyways.
Yeah.
But humidity is from the devil.
No, man. That's God hugging you, brother. That's God. That's the Holy Spirit hugging you.
No, that's the devil.
No,
That's
it's so
the
good.
devil hugging
That's
you.
a hug. It's a Jesus hug.
Bible verses, or you can't say it.
Because like the dew and the mist that fell from heaven,
that was fire.
I don't
falling on Sodom and Gomorrah. Burning it up, sulfur.
All right,
well, that's different. That's different. That's not.
Did you take Mrs. Sumter's one?
Humidity.
Those two answers were granddad and snow. That's why we needed to move back when he was 4.
Oh, yeah, that was River?
He said granddad and snow.
Yeah, why are we moving back? Granddad? Because Granddad was back here in Moscow. My poor in-laws, they moved out, they retired out here, and then like a year or two later, we moved.
You moved on them.
Yeah, but they knew that was a possibility.
Yeah.
But yeah, Granddad and snow. There's no snow down there.
Yeah.
Snow is like the Holy Spirit.
Yeah, see, that's where you lost me.
It's like,
Mrs. Sumter, I think this is yours.
Yeah, you better get one right there.
Can I pick like Gabe?
yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Sure.
I give you permission.
Kiss again?
How come we don't get those? Oh no, what is it?
Joke one. It's another joke one.
Okay, which is?
How do you get your husband to submit?
Hey, quiet on the set. Quiet on the set. This is important. This clip is going to travel around the internet.
Jenny got the answers today.
Oh man.
This is obviously another Neil question.
That's a real question. That's a real question.
And what's the answer?
So let's say, how about this? How
Imagine. Is like last year we did like live questions.
Yeah.
Maybe there's like an egalitarian woman, she calls in.
That's actually what I'm thinking about.
And she says, Mrs. Sumter, how do you get your husband to submit?
Without a word.
Oh, break that down. Break it down. That's getting deep. That's getting deep.
Where, what do you mean?
Yeah, please.
That's Peter.
Peter.
Go.
Yeah, and who are you getting him to submit to?
Well, God.
That is the correct answer.
The Bible.
Jesus. Bible and God.
Yeah, actually, that's great.
That's actually really good. I think that one of the first things I picked up on with some of the marriage counseling stuff going around, I think it's easy. This goes back to egalitarianism again, right? It's really easy for women to see men out of position because let's be honest, there's a lot of men that are not being responsible and taking being leaders. Everybody knows. It's not even a question. It's so funny. Secularists know that. Like it's just obvious right now. But the way that everybody wants to operate to get men in their position is to take women and toss them into man positions to try and ease them over. And I remember a pastor preaching a message and saying, that's not how you do it. You are just as much out of order getting into his line as he is out of his.
You're trying to drag your man
right
to be faithful and obedient.
Right.
Is you taking over his job.
Right.
And trying to be God or be a man or whatever.
Yep.
And then that's how you get trans.
Right.
That's how you get a man becoming a woman.
So staying in your position, being
right.
faithful in your position, is actually attractive and pulls naturally him into his position, right? Like that's and you're praying,
right.
Praying, and he sees it and he repents.
Well, and somebody might hear that question and think, how do you get your husband to submit? Well, it's actually not a bad question because men do submit.
That's how. Yeah, that's right.
They submit to God. Now they're not to be in submission to their wife.
Right.
In the same way that a woman is to be in submission to her husband, but a man absolutely must be in submission to God.
Yep. He's not all authority.
If he doesn't think he's in submission to anyone, then run away.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
you're marrying a tyrant.
Yeah. Obviously, if you're already married, you can't run away. But you know, but if you're considering a man who says I don't submit to anybody, well, he needs to get that straightened out. He's a man under authority. And he's under the authority of Jesus Christ and his word. And 1 Peter 3 says that wives are to submit to their husbands in order to win them over so that they will be obedient to the word.
Right. Some of the most, I would say, wonderful conversations that me and my wife have had over the years, or the most, come to Jesus moments is every once in a while my wife has called me on the carpet and just said, I need you to lead here. You aren't leading here, and you need to stop doing what you're doing. You need to start leading, and those are come to Jesus moments, but also like very good moments in marriage when your wife is calling you to be what God has told you that you need to be in your marriage and everything. Very good. Thank you.
One more round.
One more round.
One more round.
Last round?
Last round.
All right. It's
Okay.
Shannon.
Since Knox brought it up, we're doing one more round.
One more round.
I think it's my bedtime.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's your bedtime.
Oh man.
Okay. I'm gonna let Annie take this one.
Okay, one round
Let
per
Annie take it.
family. How about
Yeah,
that?
there you go.
Okay,
That's
there we
good. That's good.
What is your take on moms taking their kids to drag story hour?
Oh, I'm so glad you got that one. Let it rip, Annie. Let it rip.
What is your take?
Have you seen those video clips? Have you?
Oh, I've seen it. Yes. My take is it is child abuse, and please stop now.
There we go.
So if you got a homegirl, it's like, oh, we're gonna go to that drag. Because I'm telling you guys, this is. I know people who are opposed to homosexuality, opposed to stuff, but then will go to a drag show. It's like, we're going to go hang out there.
They think it's like it's just like regular clowns.
Yeah, well, it's entertaining.
It's like Chuck E. Cheese.
It's
They
exactly.
use it as if it's that. They do.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That don't make
And
sense.
I mean, obviously it's wrong and messed up, but I think a lot, like you're saying, I think a lot of moms and dads too know it's messed up, but they do it anyways because they're more concerned about what other people think and, whatever that
kind of cultural peer pressure.
Yeah. Or just like,
Which is actually an incredible statement.
yeah, I mean,
Because they're more, a lot of these parents think they need to be there because they need to care more about what other people think.
Yeah.
You remember the
at
old
the
school
cost
peer
of their own
pressure?
children.
Yes.
The old school peer pressure where you wouldn't drink in public, like having a beer in public was wrong.
Right.
Or you wanted to be a good example.
Yeah.
Or whatever, and now the new
it's
school
virtue
school
signaling. I mean,
pressure.
that's really all it is. It's just
It's
like wearing the
incredible.
mask or whatever other thing. But I mean, that's really what it is. And that's even worse when you know better, but you're still willing to virtue signal, not just at the cost of your own, health or well-being, but at the cost of your children.
Yeah.
And that's messed up.
And that's what
most of
all
those
the
moms know better.
That's so good, baby. That's what Black Lives Matter is all about. All that stuff.
That's true.
That's like the dude Levine. What's his name?
Secretary.
Yeah, yes.
Levine.
Assistant
Rachel.
Secretary.
Yeah,
Rachel.
dude.
Rachel. Yeah.
He goes by Rachel now.
Yeah, he goes by Rachel.
He was talking on something recently and is explaining how he was really grateful that he transitioned later in life because he was able to have his children.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that clip.
True.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. I mean,
And he's pushing
and supportive of people, castrating young children so that they can't have
That's wicked
children.
stuff.
it's really messed up.
But I am saying is how easy is God making it for the church to be faithful?
Yeah.
And how easy is God making it for the church to take over this next generation?
Right. Yeah.
If kids are castrating, if their parents are castrating their kids, if they're aborting their kids, if they're, it's like, man, we only need to have 3 or 4 kids on average to win the next generation, next 2 generations. Yeah. I mean, God set the bar low for us.
And don't send them to government schools. All right, babe, you're up.
All right.
You're going to draw for us and answer this one first.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Oh boy.
Oh, boy.
This is gonna be a good one.
Oh, boy. I don't know if we want to. I still got to pass.
How did your husband get across to you that you need to submit to him in all things?
Oh my God.
Oh,
All my love, Tennille. Just for the laugh alone. I feel like that was just answered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to draw another one?
Yeah.
Draw another
Draw
one.
another one.
I can answer that too, though. I had to do a lot of submitting. You already said that.
no. You do less submit to the Lord.
All right.
He showed you how?
Yeah. Oh, who is your favorite author and why? You can name 2 to 3. Do you want to go there? Do you have any favorite authors?
This is you all day. This is so you.
I have
One of them has to be fiction.
Oh. That's tough.
So fiction, so like nonfiction means it's not fiction.
Because remember, imagination wins.
So I have to say Rushdoony. I think Rushdoony has probably shaped me more than any other author.
Ooh, Rush.
Yeah, Rushdoony put some pillars in place for me with theonomy that have been phenomenal.
Yeah.
And then the person who has made Rush practical to me has probably been Pastor Wilson, Doug Wilson. So I have to say number 2.
Yeah.
And there hasn't been anybody to take theonomy and to do what he's done with it as far as federal headship, parenting, education, the whole 9. I don't think those two need to be read apart from each other. If you're going to be a theonomist, you're going to have to read Doug Wilson along with that because all of the church and the family, the ekoname, that is there being held together. And I think sometimes you can lose it with just Rush. So Rush and Gary North, can I make those 1? And Doug Wilson 2, and C.S. Lewis is probably it's between Tolkien and Lewis. Lewis is having an impact on me
way over
with the medieval mind.
Tolkien's chump.
Whoa.
Chump
Hey
change
fam,
Lewis.
hey don't get it started up in this piece. Gonna be some furniture moving straight
y'all
up.
can send your hate mail to
Yeah.
Waterboy
Please.
at fightlaughfeast.com.
Please.
I don't think
Start a fight.
it's hard because Nate Wilson is probably another author that it rivals for me, CS, because I knew about CS for a long time, but until I read Nate, I didn't know the importance of fiction. Right. So Nate put the importance of fiction there so that C.S. Lewis was somebody who I could digest. So it's really hard for me to say which one is which. And since then, it's challenged my whole cosmos. And now it's made me really have a more settled theology, knowing the world is made a particular type of way. And because of that, I don't fret about things anymore. I don't trip about stuff going crazy. I'm like, the world is made a particular type of way. If I stay faithful and rejoice, God is going to use this in some way. If God can use the death of his son to transform and make a new creation and bring dead man to life, then whatever this is, God's going to use it. And you get that when you understand how the cosmos works and having a good biblical.
And you see this, you see story arc.
You see, absolutely.
You see the story of like Joseph, and you see hard thing, bad thing, awful thing, and then the end of Genesis. What man intended for evil, God worked out for good.
That's right. Yeah. So
that's good, Knox. I like that answer.
Yeah, good answer.
I would borrow some of those.
Yeah. All right. You want to pick it? You pick it.
The last one.
I delegate.
I just G.K. Chesterton's got to be in there.
I haven't read as much.
Jane Austen.
Jane Austen should be in there.
Okay. All right. Well, I couldn't pick 7.
Yeah.
You don't like that one? Just look at all. Let's look at all. Let's find it.
Yeah.
It's the last
there you go.
one.
It's the last one.
Hey, I know one I want to give you guys.
Is there one?
Can I give you guys one? I know the one I want to give.
What is it? What?
What's this? Is this one?
They're ignoring you. Just keep talking to me. Talk to me.
I want to know the next.
What's your favorite?
Talk to me. Talk to me. Don't worry about that.
Okay, but they're talking. It's hard to talk
okay.
over. Okay. What is it that you guys want to instill in your kids over the next 10 years?
Ooh.
That's what I want to know.
That's a good question for
What do you
Toby.
want to model and instill in your kids' habits that you want to put in them over the next 10 years?
Yeah.
Where were you when Gabe got arrested?
How did it make you feel?
I was teaching an online class. Actually, it was for Fight Laugh Feast University. It was that.
Oh wow!
Seriously,
it's the work, right?
Yeah, theology of work class.
Wow.
And what did I do?
You came as I was next to the cop car, and you started rebuking the cops. So you came a little late into it, but you jumped in. You jumped in. You knew right where to jump in.
No, yeah, but I can't remember. I'm trying to remember now. I think actually you got arrested. I was a little late. I got there a couple minutes late.
Yep.
You were like just getting led away in cuffs.
Yeah.
I had a few words from the Holy Spirit for the cops. And then I had to run back as you drove away. I had to run back to my office to teach my class, I think it was. And I was a couple minutes late because of it.
Because of that. You had to tell your class
so
what was
I told
going
my
on.
class, I was like, be in prayer because Gabe just got arrested.
Wow.
And
we probably still got that.
So
it recorded.
Right.
Yep.
It's probably
Mrs. Something. There's none of those in there that you like. What about my question I asked over the next
There's
10?
fun ones in there. There's
Which
like
one? Which one do you like?
sing a song and
Oh, you want to sing for us?
No.
I love when you sing for us.
What's your favorite workout routine?
the first one we picked up was that one.
How do you feel when mean things are said about your husband?
Ooh.
Good one.
That's a good one.
What about when they're true?
Silent amen. But not publicly. Just, that'd be wrong.
Silent.
That one?
Yeah, that one.
Well, it's not. It's never my favorite, but learn to have thick skin and trust the Lord. And what's the verse that talks about if everyone's pleased with you, then
Yeah,
a
woe.
little bit,
Woe to you.
if all men speak well of you.
Right.
So sometimes I think, oh, no one's really bothered by him anymore. All I have to do is go on to some comments and go, oh.
Comment sections to the rescue.
I think it's gotten easier over the years to not take things so seriously and trust the Lord through them. But
What's your favorite thing about CrossPolitic? I'll answer it. I wanted to answer it.
Okay.
My favorite thing is that I get to come here and hang out with you guys every day.
I say the same thing.
Absolutely.
How about that?
I mean, it's a huge blessing.
Yeah,
It's
it really
fun.
is.
And it's like one of those things where you don't expect it like necessarily, and you think like, and then the Lord puts it together and makes
It's
it
been
happen.
like that for almost 8-7
And
years.
we could talk about almost anything.
Yeah.
And,
Even if people don't like it.
yeah, right.
Which is usually the case.
But no, that's easily my favorite thing.
That's good.
Well, I want to thank. What are you gonna say?
I was just gonna say we need to make sure we thank our staff.
Yeah,
Our staff for the year. You guys don't know how much our staff has had to work since we've gone to a daily show.
Yep.
And our staff is actually still here.
Yep.
Recording on a weeknight.
Yeah.
This show's gonna drop on
Christmas Eve.
Christmas Adam.
Christmas Adam.
Christmas Adam.
For you elementary students out there.
Yeah. It's my language. And so our staff has just been such hard workers this last year. They come in with great attitudes. When me and Knox are trying to, get things going, they respond real well, and they handle us real well. And so, I mean, I just can't thank. I love our staff. I can't thank them enough. Garrison over there, falling asleep.
It's like, when are they going to be done?
He's like,
that's why I was wrapping it up because I started hearing them snore. I was like,
Here's some snoring.
Gingers have a hard time. Never mind. I'm just kidding.
That is racist.
I just want to say it is.
So I can't thank our staff enough for this. Anna, Garrison, Haley, Neil, and then Carter. Carter's flying back to Texas right now.
Yeah, we have
here. My mom's here. She does our books.
Yeah.
And then we got a couple random people here and here that helped
random
us.
people.
Well, my
Random
brother-in-law works on our website now, which is something we've
that's
never
right.
had.
Oh, that actual person.
That's why our website actually works now. And if there's a problem, it actually gets fixed now and everything. So Julio, thank Julio.
Our magazine, Jesse.
Jesse Sumter, your brother.
And Rhett Burns.
And Rhett Burns, that's right. And now River is going to be taking over Jesse's. He's going to become managing editor. So River, Toby's son, is going to become managing editor. This is actually our Christmas magazine. It should be here to your doors. It's out. Oh, yeah, it's all. It should be to the doors and everything by now. And like we've been pushing all Christmas, if you sign up for gold or platinum, you get a nice CrossPolitic water bottle. Plus, we're adding all our gold and platinum members are getting free subscription to the magazine now, which is fantastic.
I also want to thank our wives. We work here, and you guys have been kind and supportive before this started paying any bills. And
I know. For years.
I think we're going to do a podcast. Okay. And you guys have been supportive. And it's funny, you watch a show with Sharon and I'm like, why didn't I say that? Or why didn't I think that? It's been amazing how much of an encouragement our wives have been, even to the content that makes it on the show.
That's right.
Taking care of our family and building strong kids and helping us live out the things that we say. So grateful for you guys in every way. So thank you. And thank you for coming and tolerating this show tonight. Because I know you don't like it.
Once a year. Once a year. Once a year, baby.
This is how you get your wives to submit.
Yeah.
We got to talk that one out all the way home now.
And
she's like, wait, what?
Last but not least, our Fight Laugh Feast Club members have been phenomenal.
Amen.
Thank you so much for sticking by us.
We've had some that have stuck with us since the jump, since 2017 or 18 when we started our club membership.
And even with like $5 a month, some
the high fives
are jumping in at $5. We really appreciate that.
We have decided not to take the sugar daddy money and just build, or try not to build off of just hype or what people can do to build their platforms. We don't want to build like that. We want to build off of being faithful and building people up. We've wanted to focus on how do we build up individuals to honor God and their families. And if that's the long track, it doesn't get all the big sexy flash and attention. We don't care. We want to build you up and build you up in the Lord and be a blessing to you. And so thank you for being a blessing to us throughout the years, and particularly this year being a Fight Laugh Feast Club member.
Amen.
And I can tell you there's a lot of great things that we're planning on doing next year to continue advancing the kingdom of God in that way.
And mark your calendars for the Ark Encounter.
That's right.
That conference, politics of six-day creation.
Registration's gonna open like January.
Very.
Very soon.
Processing the actual building contract, the Ark Encounter. This next couple of weeks, and so registration is going to open up in January, and it's going to go fast.
Right.
It's going to be so much fun.
September,
October
14th,
13th, no, 12th, 13th, and 15th.
November,
14th.
No.
July,
October 12th, 13th, 14th.
August.
We were doing so good.
It's bedtime.
October.
It's bedtime.
So if you're single, get married. And if you're married, have you some kids. And if you have kids, go baptize
That's
them.
right.
Until next year, love God with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength. Love your neighbor as yourself. Go fight, laugh, and feast. Merry Christmas.
Merry
Happy
Christmas.
New Year.
Christmas.
Happy New Year.
It's CrossPolitic. Kiss your wife. Mwah. There we go.
Mwah.